Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the bantamweight bout between Merab Dvalishvili versus Cody Stamann. So I see this one right here is Stamann. I think he's the more well-rounded fighter. I'll give him that. I'm not saying Merab is a one-dimensional fighter. He's not, but I feel like Stamann has been making improvements to his striking, and it's been showing. He's been making improvements. They both got some chins on them. I would say Cody Stamann is a little bit tougher, at least as far as taking damage wise. We haven't really seen Dvalishvili take a whole rack of damage. We've seen Stamann take flying knees, head kick. Like he got a jaw, he got a big head on him. He got a jaw on him. He got a chin on him. So he could take a shot, but I don't expect Dvalishvili to really land big shots on him. That's not what I see it is. But what I think it comes down to is the wrestling. Both of these guys are wrestlers, and it comes down to wrestling. And then we've seen Cody Stamann, how he matches up with other wrestlers. We've seen how he matched against Aljamain Sterling. Looked good kind of early. It was kind of even. Matter of fact, he might have been leaning a little bit. And then eventually Aljamain Sterling started to break him down and was able to get that Sulov stretch or whatever it's called. I forget the name of that choke, but I mean, not the choke, but the joint stretch, the leg stretch. But it was able to get that stretch on him. We seen him against Brian Caraway. I think early on Brian Caraway was just tooling with him, but eventually he was able to just outlast Brian Caraway and started to find his own success and grind out a decision. So we kind of see where you're at. I would just say, based on what I've seen, I think Dvalishvili is a higher level wrestler than him. Definitely got a higher level pace than him. They both got crazy pace for wrestling, but Dvalishvili's wrestling pace, I would say at this point, as far as MMA, as far as what I've seen currently, actively, his pace is crazy. You could say, oh, Khabib is this and that. As far as level, like Khabib's level of wrestling is higher, skills are higher. But as far as this pure tenacity and pure pace and what he's doing, and like shot after shot after shot, not just getting in position and controlling and making you make mistakes with this, like you'll shoot the ability to shoot like 10, 20, 30, 40 shots, and people stuff them, sprawl, wizard, and like stuff, and still keep going for shots. I would say he's number one as far as just pure activity and tenacity. I'm not saying skill wise, and even skill wise, he's still pretty up there, but pace and tenacity wise, he's top one right now in my opinion. So they both got crazy pace and crazy tenacity with their wrestling, but Dvalishvili, in my opinion, is the strongest fighter from what I've seen. The stronger wrestler, stronger fighter from what I've seen. And his pace he's a higher level wrestler from what I've seen, and his pace is higher. And I think that's what's going to come down to. I didn't think it's going to become a wrestling match up. And we have seen Stamann get caught up in these wrestling matches up and haven't done the best to avoid these matchups and make it a striking matchup. When it comes to wrestling, it ends up a lot of times with him in getting involved in these wrestling matches, and I just see him losing a wrestling matchup against Dvalishvili. That's what I see. I just minimum a good bit of striking, and it's not like Dvalishvili is a slouch in the striking either. He's gonna let his strikes go, but I feel like Stamann's gonna have a slight lean on that. But it's gonna come down to the wrestling and the takedowns and the control, and that's gonna go to Dvalishvili, and he's gonna get the decision victory. So in this one, I have Merab Dvalishvili by decision.